Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Wrestling with Laughter. Today, we're going to do a great video. We're going to do a predictions video of the upcoming pay per view Clash in Paris. As of right now, there's only 5 matches on the card, and we're going to get into all 5 of them and who I think is going to win and what I think might happen in each of those matches. And there might be more added on SmackDown. This is being recorded before SmackDown, but these are the matches we have so far. So that's the matches I'm going to go over, and we're going to go ahead and get into this and see what you guys think. So first up, I have Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. Now, before it was announced officially this past Monday, I wasn't too excited for this match, but after seeing their promo on Monday Night Raw, it made me excited to see Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, Tribal Thief versus Tribal Chief. But at the end of the day, I think that Roman Reigns will win the match because it's Roman Reigns, and I don't think they're going to let him eat the pin to Bronson Reed because of what I'm going to get into later on in the video. But I think Roman will win the match, and I think that after the match is over, that you'll have an appearance from Braun Breaker, and him and Bronson Reed will, in fact, do a couple tsunamis to Roman Reigns. It'd just be a way to write him off TV. And I do believe, if it was me, that Bronson Reed should take the shoes after the match to keep the shoe Lafala going and the Tribal Thief gimmick going, because I think it's working fantastically for him. But I think they're going to do it to write Roman Reigns off TV for a little while. And I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking the same thing. They've done this so many times, it's not even special anymore when Roman comes back. But that's the way they do it. That's the way they get Roman off TV. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the next match, which is Sheamus versus Rusev. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am not excited for this match. I'm more excited for the match to be over so they're done with this feud than I am for the match itself. And don't get me wrong, it ain't nothing against either guy. I love Sheamus to death, and I love Rusev. And I don't think it's going to be a bad match at all. But you've had better best of 7 matches and back-to-back matches. You go back to Sheamus versus Cesaro, or you can go more recently with Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade. Those were really good best of 7 matches, and they were really good, had really good chemistry. I'm just not feeling it with Sheamus and Rusev. Now, as far as the winner of the match, I think Rusev will win. I think because it don't hurt Sheamus to eat the pin, and where Rusev has just come back, it would make more sense to give him the win over Sheamus to help build his character up even more than what it is, and hopefully get him into the mid-card scene. Well, we need more people in the mid-card scene. We need Sheamus in the mid-card scene. We need Rusev in the mid-card scene. But, yeah, I do think that ultimately Rusev will end up being victorious in that match. Now, for match number 3, I have Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, this match come up short notice, and I do believe it's due to Naomi getting pregnant and couldn't be at Clash in Paris, so they had to put a match in its spot. My opinion, I think they should have held a battle royal or something and had Stephanie and that whoever won the battle royal fight for the Women's World Championship at Clash in Paris. But that's just my opinion. But I do have to say that I am excited for this match, just for the simple fact that it gives the Women's Intercontinental Championship prestige. It puts prestige around it, and it just helps elevate it up. And I wish they would do this with the Women's United States Championship too. Julia, I don't even think it's been on TV, let alone had a match for her Women's United States Championship, and I don't get why. I don't get why they keep doing this, but But as far as the Women's Intercontinental Championship, I love what they're doing with it. I wish they'd do the same on the other side. But as far as who's going to win, I do believe that Becky Lynch will win. I don't see them putting the title on Nikki Bella. It don't make sense if they did. I think they leave the title on Becky Lynch, and I think ultimately in the future, I think Bayley will be the one to take the title off Becky Lynch. But as far as Clash in Paris against Nikki, I think Becky retains, and I think her run as the Women's Intercontinental Championship champion and her heel character are just fantastic. They are fantastic. As for what I heard, she's in a little bit of trouble for what she said on Monday Night Raw, but she's just being a heel and she's being really good at her job. But moving on to match number 4, I got John Cena versus Logan Paul. Now, I'm thinking the same thing you guys are thinking. I don't care about Logan Paul as far as him being in John Cena's retirement tour. I don't like that they put him in there twice. Him being John Cena's tag partner, now him facing John. I mean, I guess it makes sense now that John Cena's a babyface again, but it's going to be a good match because Logan has really good abilities in the ring, and his character work is really good. And reason why he's so good at being a bad guy on TV is he's just cocky in real life. So, which I don't know him personally in real life. Don't get me wrong, but from what I've seen of his impulsive and stuff like that, he seems like really cocky. So, I think it's going to be a good match, and this right here is just for the sake of throwing something out. I think Logan Paul will win the match. And trust me, I don't want to see Logan Paul win just as much as anybody else. But what I think they're going to do is I think they're going to have Brock Lesnar return at Clash in Paris to cost John Cena the match against Logan Paul. Because if you go back and look, Drew McIntyre told Logan Paul, you got to do whatever it takes. And then at the end of SmackDown last week, Nick Aldis was trying to tell John that he talked to Brock Lesnar, but got interrupted by Logan Paul. That to me just means that they're getting ready to go ahead with this feud, and being that WrestlePalooza is the next pay-per-view, and them two are, from the rumors, are scheduled to be in a match there. I think it only makes sense for Brock Lesnar to interfere in this match and cost John Cena the match against Logan Paul. Now, it could go a totally different way where John Cena wins and then Brock Lesnar comes out after the match and F5s John Cena again. But I think at the end of the day, I think he's going to interfere during the match to cost John Cena. That way it gives Logan Paul a big victory over John Cena, and it gets that feud, it gets even more heat, which I don't think he really needs, to be honest with you, but even more heat on Brock Lesnar. So that's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen in that match. Now, let's move on to our main event match. I think the main event is going to be the best match of the night. I am so excited to see this fatal 4-way between Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Jey Uso, and CM Punk. I am so excited to see what transpires during the match and who walks out. Now, in my opinion on who walks out, I do firmly believe that Seth Rollins will walk out as champion. Now, whether he does it legitly or if he gets a sneaky victory, whatever it may be, I think that Seth Rollins will walk out still world heavyweight champion. And that brings me back to what I was talking about earlier with Roman Reigns. I think they are setting up a storyline between Roman and Seth. I think that's eventually going to happen for the World Heavyweight Championship. By the way, Just side note, how good would Roman Reigns look with the big gold World Heavyweight Championship? He would look awesome with it. But I do think they're setting up a match in the future between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for that World Heavyweight Championship. And so I do think he will walk out victorious, probably with the help of the Vision, Braun and Bronson. But I do think we'll get some good points coming out of this. I think we will get a feud between LA Knight and CM Punk. I think they'll have a feud going forward. They're teasing that way too much. As far as Jey Uso, I don't know what's next for Jey Uso. Maybe just till they get into Roman, he still feuds with Seth Rollins until Roman. Maybe that's how they set it up. Maybe they have a fourth member that appears. Maybe this is a wild thing to say, but maybe what if? I mean, I like what ifs. What if it was Jey Uso that was the fourth member that goes ahead and turns heel, which I don't see happening just because how over Jey Uso is with the crowd and the kids and all them. I don't think that they're going to turn him into a heel, but you can never say never in the WWE. You never know what they're going to do as far as that goes. But yes, I do think Seth Rollins walks out as the World Heavyweight champion after Clash in Paris, and that will be the last thing you see for the night. Not a big pay-per-view, not a lot of matches, but it's nice, the matches that we do have, except for, Sheamus and Rusev. And again, I'm not dissing the match at all. It's just it could have been done on Monday Night Raw, and the AJ Styles Dominic Mysterio match should have been done at Clash in Paris for the Intercontinental Championship. That's my opinion. I think what Dominic Mysterio has done with his character is fantastic. I think what he's done with the Intercontinental Championship is fantastic. I think AJ Styles he's earned his nickname. He is the phenomenal one. I think they should have had that match at Clash in Paris, and I think they should have gave the win to AJ Styles, and because he's got AAA stuff going on right now, and which, don't get me wrong, Dominic with 2 belts would look awesome, and it just give him more to talk about and be cocky about. And I don't know if anybody caught this, and maybe I'm just reading into this, but when they made the match, when Adam Pearce made the match on Monday Night Raw for next Monday for the Intercontinental Championship, you could see Finn Balor in the background laughing because of him making that match for Dominic next week. Now, that could have just been nothing, but I think eventually we're going to have Finn Balor turn on Dominic Mysterio. I don't know when it's going to be, but I think it will be soon, sooner rather than later. I hope so. I hope they don't drag this on like they did with the Austin Theory and Grayson Waller thing, that if he does it now, if Austin Theory turns on Grayson Waller now, nobody's going to really care. I mean, I know I'm not going to really care because, they drug it out so long that sometimes you just need to pull the trigger. But anyways, that could be set for another video. I hope you guys have made it this far, and if you have, thank you so much. I am continuing to try to get better, and I'm continuing to try to grow in my YouTube journey and bring good videos for you guys, and see what kind of videos you guys want to see out of my channel. I know there's a lot of really good channels, giving predictions. So I just thought I'd throw my hat in there and give predictions myself. You can tell me how wrong I am if you want to. And I hope you, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you've laughed today. And I hope you have a really good day. Thank you, guys.